Hey, hi guys, and welcome to this week's vlog. So Justin and I are in an Apple Watch series competition. Right now, I'm pretty sure I'm winning because Justin hasn't worked out yet. He usually works out, like, that's his last thing of the day. Like, he works out before his shower. I think I'm winning. I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, can I check it right here? Okay, I have 231 points and he has 156 points. So I'm on his head right now and I haven't even worked out today. So anyway, I am going to start trying to incorporate y'all a little bit more into my day. Like, I feel like y'all got a lot anyway, but just trying to give y'all a little bit more. Because TikTok is just like getting on my nerves and I just genuinely don't enjoy it anymore, and I love this. And then my running shoes of the day are the tried and true, as I'm sure you can tell by how dirty they are. But these are the Asics Gel Nimbus 25s. These are probably some of my favorite running shoes in the whole entire world. Before I go and work out, this is like my pre-workout drink mixture. So this is the Voltrex bottle. I will link it down in the description box so that y'all can get it. It's from Amazon. I'm pretty sure this one was like $19. This is the thermogenic fat burner that I use. It's by EPH Labs. It's the OxyShred thermogenic fat burner peach rings. And then this is the pre-workout that I use. It's the Woke AF. It is a high stimulant, and then it's in the dragon fruit flavor. This pairs really well with the peach rings from EPH. And then I'm also taking creatine. This is the one that Justin and I both use. It's the micronized creatine powder. We got this one from 5 Star Nutrition, but I feel like any like nutrition store really is gonna have that. Okay, so I put this in here honestly in no particular order. So I do 1 scoop of the fat burner. I do 1 scoop of the creatine powder. Literally anytime I'm in the kitchen, you're in the kitchen. What is up with that? And then I do 1 scoop of the Woke AF. It's a little crumbly because I think the like moisture packet is gone, but it's fine. All right, and then there's just a button on the bottom and you push it and it spins. I'm gonna go ahead and pack my lunch. These are from Amazon. They're kind of like, I call them snackables. They're kind of like adult lunchbox, whatever. I like them because like when you close it, none of the food touches each other, so you can put a lot of food in like a different container. So this is like, I call it my crunch box because it's all the food that's like super crunchy. The first thing in my crunch box is gonna be these Annie's Organic. 30 grams, which is 1 serving size, is 140 calories. So let me change this to grams. 32, 31, probably like one more. All right, so that is 30 grams. And so I'm just gonna pour that directly in here. Perfect. Next up is gonna be these Annie's Bunny Grams. They're so freaking good. This is my like 3 a.m. sweet treat. So we do 30 grams of this. That's 55 grams. 47, oh my gosh. 40, no way. Okay, so one more will be 30. Perfect. Okay, so that's 30 grams. So that gets poured into here like that. I actually really enjoyed these yesterday, so I think I'm gonna do another serving of these because they're not that many calories and they're super good. So we're just gonna do full-on Annie's today. Sometimes I like to do a savory. So I guess this would be my savory for today. These are the honey barbecue Fritos twists. And I think this is, 28 grams is 1 serving. I'm pretty sure it's 28. It was like a random number. Okay, perfect. That's 28. And so we're just gonna load that on up. All of it probably, like, it literally doesn't even fit, so we'll just put this back in here And we'll save this for the next time I'm making a snackable. And then you just put the top on. It's gonna crunch just because they're chips, but it'd be okay. Just make sure that it's closed all the way. That's the biggest thing. Y'all see how like nothing is touching? Like it's all like in its same little thing. It's perfect. Now we're moving on to the fruit portion. I've been trying to be so much better about like eating my fruits before I eat, like eating my fruit box before I eat my crunchy box, because what'll usually happen is that I'll eat my crunchy box and then I don't want to eat my fruit box. So if I eat this first, like I don't feel bad for eating my crunchy box, and then I also don't have fruit left over, so it's perfect. I feel like realistically it's a little bit hard to count calories on like fruit and stuff, so honestly don't worry about it. Like fruit is good for you. It's not a huge deal, at least to me. We got this pineapple from Publix yesterday, and Justin actually cut it up, which is so sweet of him. He had never cut up a pineapple before, but honestly y'all, he did such a good job. I'm actually really impressed. I told him I wanted them cut up in like little tidbits, and they're literally tidbits. Like I don't even understand how he did that. Like you ask him to do something, even if it's something he's never done before, he ends up being so good at it, which is outrageous. I had blueberries yesterday. I really wasn't in a blueberry kind of mood, so I'm not gonna have blueberries today. Instead, I'm just gonna have the apples because they were so good last night. So I'm just gonna throw some apples in there. I kind of want a piece. I love green apples. These are the golden delicious, not the green apples. Also, always like to add something crunchy to the fruit box. So this is the Quaker Oats Granola Chewy. It's the chocolate chip flavor. These are 100 calories like per each one. I think I'm gonna add 2 of them in here. I think I can fit 2. If I smush them, I think I can add 2. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Put the top on. And again, like nothing touches the other thing, so it's awesome. I'm gonna add in my Premier Protein Shake. This is the one in caramel. And then this is the Alani Nu Peach. It's my favorite one. It does make my stomach hurt if I drink it too fast, so I kind of have to sip on it. Okay, so I just got out of the shower. Justin went to go to Chick-fil-A to get us something to eat, me for like dinner for work, and then him for dinner tonight. Because apparently whenever I am at home, like Justin will eat obviously like whatever we decide to cook for the night. Like sometimes Justin will cook, sometimes I will cook. But whenever I go to work, he has absolutely no motivation to make food for himself or like anything else. And so he will always eat out. And I didn't know that, but he usually cooks for me whenever we're at home. So hey, you know, if you want to take some time off for yourself, whatever. But I appreciate the fact that he does cook for me and like pack my lunch so often, because that is super helpful for me. But he went to Chick-fil-A to go and get our dinner for the night. I got the 12 count chicken nugget meal with a medium, what is it called, macaroni and cheese. Their mac and cheese is so good. If you've never had it, it's really, really good. And while he did that, I hopped in the shower. And like we didn't put the dogs up or anything, and our shower is glass, and JoJo is obsessed with water, and so he kept trying to like eat the shower water that would hit the glass, so that was really funny. And then Jet was just confused as far as like why he couldn't get to me, so I feel like he was getting like upset that he couldn't get to me, but it was kind of sweet because they just kind of sat and like guarded by the shower door, like with their backs facing me and like them looking at the door because the door was still open. And I thought it was so cute. Like they're just such good protective dogs, and I'm so happy and grateful and blessed that I have them. What else is going on? There's something I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what it is. Anyway, I guess I'll just kind of tell y'all, like since this is the beginning of the week, just kind of tell y'all what my life looks like as far as like, well, first of all, I'm working pretty much 5 days in a row. Fun. This is my 2nd day in a row. Last night was manageable. I didn't come home or like get in my car and start crying. So that was a positive. But yeah, so I'm pretty much working 5 days in a row. I don't think I've done that yet as far as like being a nurse on my own off of orientation. So that's a little daunting, but we're going to take it in strides. We're going to be fun. My friends are going to be there the whole time. Well, except for Sunday. Sunday's the only day that they don't work and I do work, because at my job, you have to work 2 Sundays per schedule, and I think our schedules are like 2 to 3 months long, which is really nice. That's a part of like I know like people, you know, say bad things about nursing all the time, but like that's one of the things about nursing that I really do like, is the fact that I get I have my schedule all the way, I'm pretty sure, until September. It's July. It's like freshly July. And I had that schedule since June. So from June, I knew all of the days that I was working all the way up until July. I mean, not until July. Lord, you know what I'm trying to say? All the way until September. And that's like so nice to be able to plan trips, plan family time, and like all that good stuff. Oh my gosh. Like nursing, like of course it's hard and it's strenuous, and like you're working 12-hour shifts and like you come home and feel like you got the dog beat out of you. But like I realistically don't think that I could ever work 5 days a week, like a 9 to 5. I don't think I have the stamina for that. So working 3 days a week, even though it's in this case 5, because I work, like this is my weekend of work. So it's a little rough sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? We're making it work, and you know, everything is good. It does kind of suck because I'm off work, or like I work these 5 days in a row, and Justin has 5 days off. Like, so it kind of sucks like not having our schedules match up. But we did have like a week and a half where we were both off work, and we literally spent the entire time together because we were on vacation. So that was really fun. But now it's kind of like back to reality of working. I also started planning our trip to Europe and Spain for our anniversary in October, and I'm honestly really excited. Like whenever we go on a trip, like some of the most like excitement that I get, okay, some of the most excitement I get is knowing that like I'm gonna get a magnet from like the different city, the different country, whatever, and like putting it on our fridge. Like whenever we look at our fridge, we can see like all the cool places we've been to. It's so nice. Oh, I just love it. So started planning that. The planning for that is really going well. Like I'm using TikTok and just like a lot of like deep dives on TripAdvisor and like all that good stuff. And that's what I usually do, and it honestly turns out pretty well. I'm like not negotiating, but like I'm navigating like flights, trains, the tube system. Like I'm trying to learn all of that good stuff before we even set foot there, because I would hate to be stranded and confused and angry in another country. Like that just sounds like not a good time. So once I like learn it pretty well, I'm gonna like teach it to Justin so we can both have like a really good understanding. I'm usually not the best with like travel and directions and all that good stuff, and Justin like innately is just very good at it. He could have been a Boy Scout realistically with how good he is at it. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm trying to go, or like trying to kind of get my off days to the point where we can go to California for like 4 days next month, because I have like a talent manager, and she's the one that like gets me all of the brand deals and the PR packages and like all that good stuff. And we are having like an influencer meetup for like all of the other influencers in her agency, and I would just like love to meet her in person for the first time and like meet all the other creators. I just feel like that'd be a really good time. And I've also never been to California before. Justin has his family is primarily from California, which crazy enough so is mine, but I've still like never been up there before. So it'll be interesting and fun to like do all the California things and get a $40 smoothie from Erewhon. But yeah, I feel like I've literally been talking a mile a minute. And yeah, I will see y'all when I get off work in the morning. I could honestly write a doctoral thesis about why I personally feel like bullies and the misery love company people do not deserve sympathy in any situation. Literally. Like, I just feel like if you go to school, you go to church, you go to work, you go to whatever, and your goal whenever you go there is to make as many people as miserable as possible, I just feel like you don't deserve sympathy. Like, oh, the misery loves company person like had a really bad day at work. Okay, well, you go to work and you literally cause everybody to have a bad day just from clocking in. So I feel like I'm not gonna feel bad for you because you're having a bad day. Or the bully at school is having a bad day. Okay, well, you didn't care when I had a bad day and you sat there and posted all that crazy stuff about me on social media, and you talked about me behind my back and to my face and made jokes about me and made me feel as low as dirt. Okay, now that you're having a bad day, I don't care. Like, you don't get sympathy from me. at all whatsoever. Like, I just feel like the misery loves company people are so strange. I feel like they need to be studied genuinely, because like, first of all, what are you so mad about? Second of all, like, why do you want everybody else to be so sad and so upset with you? Like, maybe seek therapy, seek help, because it's just no way. Like, if I'm in a bad mood, I don't want everybody else to be in a bad mood. I need everybody else to be in a good mood so that you can, you know, uplift each other and make everybody feel good. But like, no, like, you are miserable and so sad, and you have nothing of note to add to any conversation or any relationship that you're a part of. Like, all you seek to do is to be the most miserable person in the room, and that is so strange to me. Or like the people who, like, they don't want you either have to be at the same level as them, or you have to be doing worse than them, but you cannot be doing better than them, or they will immediately switch up on me. The amount of on you, sorry, I'm Freudian slip, but like, the amount of times that has happened to me is so insane. Like, I strive to constantly be around people that are so much better than me, because it gives me something to work towards. Other people don't feel that way. Some people feel like if they're doing better than me, like, I need to tear them down, or like just being jealous. And I feel like I've said this in a blog recently, but it's like, it just keeps happening in my life to the point where like, I'm not even understanding anymore. Like, you being jealous of somebody, like, let's say I like the shirt that you have on right now. I like the shirt that you have on right now, and I'm jealous because I don't have a shirt like you have. Is that gonna make you give me the shirt off your back? No. So literally, what is the point of being jealous? Go buy your own shirt. Go buy your own, like, literally, it's that easy. It's that easy, I fear. And I know like everybody has like different, you know, circumstances, whatever, but like, at the end of the day, like, you being jealous of somebody, what is it gonna do? So yeah, that's my number one thing. Bullies don't deserve sympathy. Number two, I said something that I guess shook the foundation of some, you know, religious people, whatever, I really don't care. But I said that I don't think that everybody deserves forgiveness, and I'm standing on that. I'm not gonna get into like all of the horrible worst case scenario, you know, whatever, to try to prove my point, but y'all get it. If you want to believe that everybody deserves forgiveness, that's fine. I'm just not one of those people, because everybody don't. You think the person that caused the whole Sandy Hook tragedy, you think they deserve to be forgiven? No, they don't. Not to me anyway. But yeah, that's just me. That's just how I personally feel. But it's just like, people just weird, but people so weird. And sometimes I just wish that I like just didn't even have to be in close confines with some people. Like in nursing school, I was like, bro, literally, why do I have to be around you? Like, this is so stupid. And I really feel like you need to think introspectively. Like, let's say that you have a project at school, and let's say that everybody's like breaking into groups, and your teacher's putting you into groups, whatever, and you are like a misery loves company / bully type person, and you get put in this group, and you know, whatever, y'all are in a group, and people, like, after y'all are dismissed or whatever, that entire group without you goes up to your teacher and say, please, like, we will do more work, we will come in earlier, stay later, we will do more PowerPoints, more essays, more whatever, if you just please don't put so-and-so in your group, like so-and-so in our group. Like, if you are that person, you literally you're gonna have to get a reality check, because if that many people don't like you and don't want to be around you, you really need to think about what you're doing to make other people feel that way. But you can't all of a sudden, like, if you can't dish it, like, if you can dish it but don't take it, just be quiet, because in order to dish, you need to be able to take. So if you start getting bullied all of a sudden, don't run a teacher and be like, oh, teacher, so and so is bullying me. Take it. Literally take it. Like, you do that to everybody else. Or like, somebody makes a small joke about you and you're like, oh my gosh, teacher, so-and-so made a joke about me. Okay, you literally make a joke about them every single day. They take it on the chin, they move on. Like, the rules don't change just because they apply to you. Okay? Ooh, that was a word. I worked 5 days in a row. So that's gonna be really, whatever. I'm keeping my head on, being super positive about it, but I'm gonna have breakfast, I'm gonna go to sleep. We're gonna wake up and we're gonna get the day started. I have about 5 minutes to get ready. I had an awesome workout. So I did 30 minutes on the elliptical, which really helped to stretch out my calves because they were so sore. And then I also did a chest and shoulder workout. And I honestly just feel really good about my body. Like, it just feels so good to work out every day. And like, it's not like, I don't look at it as punishment, so I feel like that's why I'm enjoying it as much as I am. But I did not talk to y'all whenever I got off work this morning, and that is because I was just so like stressed out and so overwhelmed that I just kind of needed to be nonverbal for a second, and I just wasn't in a place where I could like come home and just like talk, because when I came home I was like venting to Justin about like my feelings and whatever. So after that I was like, okay, that's all I gotta say. And it was nothing bad against Justin, it was just like kind of giving him an update on like me and like how I feel as a nurse and whatever. But basically I was just really stressed out whenever I got off work today, because I am the nurse, like the shift change nurse, where when you come to work, I want everything with that patient, especially like if I have like an induction or something, or like I'm prepping somebody for something, or let's say I have a triage, or I have some kind of antepartum patient, or whatever. Like I want you to come in and literally not have to do a single thing. I want the patient to have their ice shifts, they have a warm blanket, they have pillows, their guests have pillows, and like literally all you have to do is go in there and just say hey. Literally. Like I just want everything to be just so easy, so simple, so that you can come into work, say, hey, my name is so-and-so, I'm gonna be taking care of you today, yeah, I'm just gonna get bedside report from Jay. You listen to my bedside report, and then you can come out of the room, you can go downstairs and get breakfast while somebody else keeps an eye on your patient. You can like sit back and you can eat and you can relax for a little bit before the doctors come by and do their morning rounds. That's the kind of nurse that I like to be. Like you don't even have to try at 7 o'clock because I've already done your 7 o'clock note. Like that's the kind of nurse that I am. But I need to realize that it's not always going to be that easy. So this morning I was just kind of like running like a chicken with my head cut off, because there were just so many things happening so close to shift change, and I just really did not want to leave without making sure that number one, the patient had everything they needed, and number two, the nurse had everything that they needed to make sure that they felt, supported and didn't feel like I was dumping on them or whatever, because I know I get really upset if I feel like, somebody left all the stuff for me to do and like they just were like, okay, bye, here's, all the stuff. But yeah, I don't like leaving like that. So I made sure the patient had all their labs drawn, the IV was good and patent. I went over the birth plan with them, the care plans with them, made sure the patient was like aware of any expectations, made sure that like I relayed all the patient's wants and needs to the new nurse, and I said it in front of the patient so that they could be like, oh, nope, Jay, that's wrong. I actually said, blah, blah, blah. Or also, Jay, like I want you to add in this. And I was getting armbands and talking to like all these people, and it was just so much happening at shift change. And the nurse that I gave a report to was a senior nurse, and it was the first time I had ever given the report, and I like didn't want them to think like, oh, this is how Jay does things. Like, no, it was really chaotic and it was super hectic. And I just basically what I'm trying to say is like I didn't want to put that nurse in a position where like they had to, as soon as they got to work. I mean, of course, like whenever you clock in, like you should always assume that you're gonna have to do like some level of work, whenever you get there, because you're taking over care of that patient. But I love for the nurses that I get report from to just be able to go and relax. Like, no, you don't need to stay over your shift and do X, Y, Z. Like, I will do it. I'm here. I will do it. It's no big deal. But it stressed me out because I don't know. I mean, everything was done. Like I didn't leave without, anything being done. And I always make sure to say bye to my patients, because I know it's probably so confusing, like shift change anyway, because when they see you, they think like, oh, you're going to be the person that's going to be with me all day. But it's like, no, I've actually been here since 6 p.m. last night. So I'm leaving and I'm going to pass you off to somebody else, especially when you've already started to like build a relationship with the patient. It's like, okay, well now I'm leaving. And I don't know, it makes me sad because I hate doing that. But like, that's just, the nature of the job. Like you work your 12 hours and then you go home. So, but yeah, I didn't want that nurse to feel like I was ragging on them, and they didn't. It was just, I don't know, I guess I get in my own head just because I want everything to be so perfect and easy and simple for other people, but like I also don't extend that same grace to myself. So it's something I'm gonna work on. It's gonna be okay. But today is my day 4 of 5. So technically I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So today is my day 4. But technically, if you think about it, I'm also going to be working Monday morning because I work tonight and my shift isn't in until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it's like I really work Monday from 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. And then I don't work Monday night, but I do work Tuesday, Wednesday. So I work Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, which isn't the worst schedule, but it's like working so many days in a row. I feel like I kind of start to lose myself, which is why I feel like work-life balance is so important. And I'm trying to maintain that as best I can and like make sure I'm still hanging out with friends, still checking in on family, you know, maintaining a good, healthy, happy marriage, and checking in with myself and like making sure that I'm good, because if I'm not good, then I can't make sure that other people are good. I can't make sure that my patient is good. Like I literally have to put myself first. Like nursing is not a job where you can just put other people before yourself. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go to work, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, so I just did Pilates for the very first time. I went to Club Pilates, and I was a little bit worried because when I was asking people in my Instagram story, like, oh, how do you feel about Pilates, whatever, they're like, oh, these classes are way too easy, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is very boring. It's too much money for what you get, whatever. This is one of those classes where it's exactly like Orange Theory, in the sense that if you don't put in the work and if you don't challenge yourself, you're gonna feel like you're not doing anything because you're choosing to take the easy way out. Pilates, let me tell you how in the first 45 seconds I was shaking and my hamstrings were on fire. On fire. Like I was having muscles hurt that have never hurt before, right? And I thought that everybody was gonna be like so snuck up and so snobby because like it's Pilates and it's like, for lack of better words, like a rich people exercise program. But it's like everybody was so nice and so helpful, and my core is not super strong, and it's something that I'm working on. So like in the plank section, I struggled. I was having the Pilates shakes, but like honestly it was so fun and it was so enjoyable. The instructor was super nice and she was so helpful. I was like running late. Like I got to class like on time, but I was running late, and so like everybody was already like in their seats, or everybody was already like in their like on their reformer, but she didn't make me feel like weird or isolated or, you know, whatever. I got some really cute Barbie grip socks, and I'm just excited. I'm excited. I've already lost 3 pounds this week, so like everything's just great. Everything's great. I kind of want to go to Lululemon to see if they have any cute shorts and tops. So we'll see. Usually this Lululemon always disappoints me. But yeah, Justin, I was about to say Justin went to go pick up the kids. Justin went to go pick up Jet and JoJo and take them home. I don't work tonight, so I can kind of relax. And yeah, I feel good. I'm very happy in this week's vlog. I'm happy. So Justin came home and mass chaos ensued, and JoJo was soaking wet, and now he's in the tub. He looks so ashamed, but like it's fine, JoJo. Okay, my hair still looks crazy, but I did go to Lululemon yesterday. I'm whispering because Justin's sleeping, but I went to Lululemon yesterday, and I went because I wanted some cute new clothes for Pilates, so I just went in there. I'm usually disappointed by that Lulu, but they have pretty good stuff. So I got these Align shorts. I got them in pink. These are a size 10, and they have a 6-inch inseam, so I like that. Then I got this shirt. It's so cute. I'm probably gonna wear it to Orange Theory today. This is the Love Crew in a size 10, and it's in like a tangerine orange color. I do not have a pair of orange shorts. I used to have a pair of Hottie Hot 2.5s in orange, but they were just a little too bootylicious for me, so I just stopped wearing them. I'm pretty sure I sold them on like Depop or something, so I don't have those anymore. So I have these. These are in a size 14. Are these the Hottie Hots? Yeah, Hottie Hot 2.5. They're just in a bigger size so they can cover more of my cheek. And then this is the Love Crew. It's in white. It's in a size 10. Ultra light waist length t-shirt. Oh, it is. It literally is waist length. It's cute though. It's gonna be my first time going to Orange Theory since May. Yeah. First Orange Theory class in over a month. Honestly, today's class was really easy. I felt like, of course, I always get started out on the rower. Like, no matter how early I get there, I always end up getting a rower. But the weight flow was fine. It was just really repetitive because we were doing like the same exercises over and over again for pretty much 20 minutes. Like we were doing single arm chest press, And then after that was like bird dogs, but with like weighted bird dogs basically. And then deadlifts and alternating planks. And we did like that over and over and over again for like 20 minutes. And then we went to the rower and did like kind of like a finisher. And then over on the treadmill, you started off with your base for 4 minutes, and then all out running for 1 minute, and then base for 3 minutes, 1 minute of all out running over and over again. And then you get a 2-minute walking recovery period in between the like your all out and then like your next start of your next base. But it was pretty easy. I burned, let's see, 546 calories. So good. Now we're gonna go and get lunch, and then we're gonna go home and get ready for work. I got off work this morning and I went to sleep, got up, was feeling kind of icky whenever I got up at first, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. We're going to Pilates. I was trying to like film some content, and then I was like looking for my Pilates socks, and I knew like exactly where I put them, and I put them right here because like I didn't want to lose them. Well, apparently Justin, well, I was like, have you seen my socks? Because he had cleaned the whole house yesterday. And he was like, what socks? I was like, my Pilates socks, the grip socks. And he was like, oh yeah, like they are pink and gray. I put them in the drawer. I was like, no, they're not pink and gray. Like they're all pink Barbie socks. And I saw the socks that he was talking about. But long story short, my socks have disappeared. So either Jet took them and put them somewhere, or Justin just lost them all together. So I left the house and I was really frustrated because I don't like being late for stuff. Like right now it's 3:52 and my Pilates class starts at 4. I'm literally about to start into the parking lot, but it's just like, I don't know, that was just really annoying. Because if you've done Pilates and you know that Pilates socks are super expensive, like $20 for one singular pair of socks is outrageous. And it's like I'm already on a time crunch because I need to stop by Ulta to get some more perfume. I need to figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch tonight, and then Justin's not going to be there whenever I get home, so I also have to take care of the dogs, get them ready, and get me ready in a very minimal amount of time because I have to go to work. But I'm trying not to be frustrated because literally it's just a pair of socks and it's just not that big of a deal.
Everybody say hi to my J for fat. Everybody say hi to my J for fat. They want J for fat. They want J and for fat. They want both the boys. They want J and for fat. Oh, he's such a good boy.
I just left Pilates. It was really, really fun. I'm trying to get out of like, oh my gosh, like how many calories did you burn? Let me just go ahead and say it. 190 calories, 300 total calories, 190 active calories. So I'm not at my move goal right now as I would like to be. I'm at 668, but it's fine. The quads were on fire. The hamstrings are going crazy. The Alabama football players were in there. It was a lot going on. Okay, but not tomorrow, 2 days from now, not tomorrow, but the day after, I'm going to be taking the balance class, and it's like where you're standing up on the reformer and like you're doing stuff like that. I'm really excited. Anyway, stop by Ulta because I needed a few things. Number one, I needed some more of my Billie Eilish perfume. It's literally the one that I use every single day, and as you can see, there's almost nothing in there, so had to re-up on that. And then my body spray cracked whenever we were in Seattle, and all of it drained out. There was only about like this much left, so I got some more of it. And then they also have like I've never tried their body wash before, and I didn't want to get the big one for $36, and I've also never tried their lotion, so I just got this small little variety pack. I'll end up putting this in my backpack, or just like for travel, like I'll use this one instead of taking the big one, so it makes it really easy. I also got a Touchland hand sanitizer and then a cute little case for it to go in. And then I got some hair ties. All right, so I'm officially done with my 7-day stretch at work, and that just feels honestly so good to say. I want to talk about something a little bit before I go into Orange Theory. It's just so annoying. Okay, I am a people watcher. I've always been a people watcher. Like whenever I'm put in a new setting, like for example, whenever I was in school, the first few days, I'm just kind of scoping the scenery out. I'm kind of seeing like, okay, who are these people? Like where are the cliques? Where are like these certain groups? Like, and also like potentially figuring out like, okay, who am I gonna, potentially be friends with? Like who's being nice, who's being helpful, like who's kind of into the same things that I'm into, whatever. And I have had so many negative experiences with friendships, and before I would think like, oh my gosh, like this is so terrible, like some people are just so mean and so jealous and so nasty and so rude, as Nene Leakes would say. But you really do learn a lot about people from failed relationships, essentially. And my thing is, and I feel like I've already kind of touched on this, and I feel like I keep touching on it, but it's like this person frustrates me to, no, it's not even one person, it's multiple people. These people frustrate me to absolutely no end. Like, they frustrate me to no end. And it's just like, there are people that are so miserable to the point where they feel like, okay, let me say this. And I have heard about this a lot on like true crime shows, to the point where like this person is scary and they're freaky. What time is it? My class is at 5:30, no? Because why do I see somebody? Hold on. My class is at 5:15. I'm pretty sure. At 5:30. Yeah, 5:30. Okay, they're just finishing up that class. Anyway, I have heard a lot of true crime podcasts about people who, like, their parents neglect them, or like don't pay attention to them, and like abuse them and whatever. And so they go out to school, their job, whatever, and they wreak so much havoc because any attention to them is good attention. Even if everybody at school hates them, any attention to them is good attention. So even though like they're so miserable, they are more willing to go to school and bully people and talk about people and tell the teacher on them and blah blah blah. And it's almost like they don't care if they have friends or not, because they need that attention. And these people are usually so like up under authority figures, because they're like, okay, well, this is an authority figure and they're paying attention to me, and my authority figures at home are not paying attention to me. And it's like, partially you can feel sad and you can feel like, you know what, that really sucks that like your parents, your guardians, like the adults in your life are not paying attention to you like they should be, because realistically if they were, like this wouldn't be happening. But it's also like the fact that you are so willing to go out into multiple social situations and make people as miserable as possible, and you're more willing to not have friends than to just stop being miserable and just stop being like, oh well, Jayana did this and Jayana did that, and oh, Jay said this and Jay said that. Let me tell you something. If I said something, I have no problem repeating exactly what I said, because if I say it, I mean it. If I say it, I mean, I'm not going to backtrack. I'm not going to backtrack and be like, oh, I'm really sorry that I said blah, blah, blah. No, if I said it, I meant it. Like, I'm not just saying stuff just for the sake of just saying stuff. So I just, like, if I'm gonna say something, it's because I've already thought about it. And I'm like, yep, that's something that I want to say, and I say it. Now, does that happen all the time? No, it doesn't happen all the time, but it's just like, I just don't understand the misery loves company view. And it's not, this is not even a situation where misery loves company. Misery just loves misery. Like, this person just loves creating as much havoc and as much chaos in everybody's life, and it's just like, I want nothing to do with them. And I recently had to go off on them. I don't care. And then they got mad at me like, oh my gosh, like, how could you say something like that, blah 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 blah. And it's just like, as much hell as you call, and they're like, oh, you have a really bad attitude. And I said, as much as you have an attitude with literally everybody else, and as much havoc as you cause with everybody else, you think you will realize when somebody's actually having an attitude. I don't have one, but I can go there, I can get mad and get an attitude, but I don't want to do that. And then they texting back, oh, well, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Get off my phone. Thank you so much. Like, first of all, number one, why are you texting my phone? I had to literally block their number. Because, like, we're not friends. I don't like you. We're not cordial. We're not going to keep it cute. You're weird. And it's like, at every turn, they're trying to, not even like get me in trouble, but I don't know another word for it, like get me in trouble for something. Like, oh, Jay has a social media and she posted blah, blah, blah. All of my platforms are public, so you telling on me about something that's common knowledge. And then, oh, Jay, you didn't invite me to my pool party. I said, because we're not friends. Why would I invite you to my pool party and we're literally not friends? That's crazy, right? People are just stupid and miserable and weird. And I don't follow them on social media anymore, but they recently posted, like, I think like a month or two ago, they were like, nobody in this world loves me except for my dog. Is the problem apparent now? Like that's not normal. Like, saying your dog is the only person in the world that loves you is strange. Like, at that point, you need to start looking within. At that point, you need to get a firm grasp on reality and never let it go, because you've lost me. You've lost the plot. You have lost the theme of the movie, and at this point, you're just delusional. You're just delusional. I blocked that number from my phone because they were literally blowing up my phone, asking why we're not friends anymore, because you're weird and you're miserable, and literally all you want to do is get information out of me so you can try to get me in trouble for something. Like, if I said something, I said it. You said, oh, Jayana said this about so-and-so. Yes, I did, and I have probably already told so-and-so, so now you just look stupid. Like, I'm not going to talk about anybody behind their back. Anything that I say about a person, I've already said it to them. Like, I'm not like, this person did something mean to me, so I'm gonna go behind their back and I'm gonna tell somebody to get them in trouble. No, the first thing that I'm gonna do is come to you and we're gonna talk about it. It's really immature. So I just had to stop being friends with this person. I blocked them, whatever. They've never been to my house, thankfully, so they don't know like where I live or anything, but they're just annoying, and I would say I wish them the best, but I really don't. I want them to have the life that they deserve. And that may be mean, but that's the way I feel. Oh. Well, I just left Orange Theory. I burned 661 calories in 1 hour. We pretty much ran as fast as we could for about 23 minutes. I got like 2+ miles out of that, and then we had so many things on the weight floor, but I loved it. Like, the little screen where they do all the exercises, like usually it's like maybe 3-4 max. There were like 8 things, and I loved that. Like, it was just so much going on, and it was really, really fun, and I felt good. And it was one of my favorite coaches, Coach Nathan. He was teaching the class. His playlist is always really, really good, very diverse, and I really enjoyed it. But now we're gonna go clean up my car because my car is disgusting, and I pay for a monthly car wash unlimited membership, so we're gonna utilize that today. I literally have Cheetos on my floor. It's nasty. All right, y'all, I cleaned out my car. It looks so much better. Took the little tarp down from the back seat from when I carry the dogs, and yeah, everything is clean, so now we're going home. I saw this guy on TikTok. He proposed to this girl in Paris, like in front of the Eiffel Tower or whatever, and she ran screaming from him, screaming and crying, and then everybody that was around like went to go and comfort him, and like nobody comforted the girl or whatever. So I was like, oh, like that really sucks, like to be, you know, that embarrassed, like both the guy and the girl. But then I started reading the comments, and I found out that a lot of like abusive partners will do public proposals to like trap you into being with them.
Dang.
And I think that's so horrible. And it's something that I like never would have thought of. Like, I guess innately I always felt like, oh my gosh, like I should feel so bad for the guy because, you know, that really sucks. But like, imagine like if you're the girl and you've been with this like overtly abusive partner and they propose to you in public, and you know it's because they're trying to be like evil and vindictive. But yeah, like now whenever I see a public proposal, I'm gonna be second guessing, especially if like the other person runs off screaming. No, something is wrong with you, sir, because that is strange. I'm not a real fan of public proposals anyway. I think my most hated public proposal place is Disney World. Okay, I have also seen, okay, y'all remember Marisa Tisa, the girl that was like, who did I marry, whatever. So there's somebody on TikTok, I don't know her name, it's like Michelle or something. And basically she was like, she got into her husband's car and she found a press-on nail. And she was like, I don't wear press-on nails, I only wear acrylic nails. And she was like, do you have something that you need to tell me? And he was like, no. And she's like, okay, so whose nail is this? He was like, it's your nail. Obviously, there's only 2 people that are ever in this car. And she was like, I don't wear acrylic nails. I have never worn acrylic nails. So I'm going to ask you again, whose nail is this? He's like, it's your nail. Like, you're being crazy, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, no, it's literally not. And he was like, no, because remember during the pandemic, you couldn't go and get your nails done. So I got you press-on nails. And she was like, you got this car multiple years after the pandemic. So what are you talking about? He was like, no, because I bought you a lot of them. She's like, you're missing the point that I don't wear acrylic nails. And so he, whatever, gets out of the car and he said he's not going anywhere with her. whatever. So he's also been telling her that he has been having to work really late. And so she got in her friend's car because he doesn't know what her friend's car looked like. He got in her friend's car. She got in her friend's car, drove to his job, and he left right on time at 6:05. 6:05, he was walking out of the building, got in his car, and he went to a grocery store that was across town, like way in the other direction of their house. Goes in the grocery store, he comes out with flowers. So she's like, oh my gosh, guys, like maybe I was overreacting. Like he's getting me flowers, blah, blah, blah. First of all, time out. Never settle. Never settle. Like that, like if you just thought he was cheating the day before, don't think the next day that, oh, just because he got you flowers, that negates the fact that you think he's cheating. That needs communication. That needs a sit down talk, right? Anyway, she's like, guys, I was overreacting. Like he's getting me flowers, he's probably gonna go back to my house. No, he doesn't go to our house. He keeps driving in the opposite direction of their house to another person's house. He gets out with the flowers, goes to the door, puts in the code to the house. And then he goes in and he doesn't come out until like late at night. And that's like the most recent update of the story that she gave today. I don't know, just because I know that a lot of people do couple rage bait because it gets the views, right? So like in the video, first of all, there's a video of this. Like her phone is propped up in her car and they're recording this. So I personally feel like it's rage bait and I feel like it's fake. And if it is rage bait and if it is fake, I feel like that's really messed up. Because now you have all these people feeling for you, sympathizing for you, like giving you resources and whatever. Some people send you money and you're literally just doing it for views. I'm not saying that that's what she's doing, but I think it's really awkward that you're constantly setting up your camera like when you're with him and you're having this same conversation. Like you would really think that you would take it off of social media and have a private conversation about it, but you're not. And I think that's really weird.
And she knew what he was gonna be?
What do you mean?
Like that, the whole cheating thing. Like she, like, I guess she got his location. Never mind.
No, she doesn't have his location. So she went to his job because she knows where he works. And so she just followed him from there. Because most people, like most couples don't share their location because they think it's weird and like, oh, you're trying to control me because you're trying to watch where I'm going, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know if you safe.
Yeah, it's a safety thing. But some people don't feel that way. Anyway, as far as workouts have been this week, I've gone to Pilates 3 times and I really like it. So my split is Monday Pilates, Tuesday Orange Theory, Wednesday Pilates, Thursday Orange Theory. Friday is supposed to be kickboxing, but I only really like to go whenever Justin is working. And he worked today, but he worked 5 to 7. And then Saturday is my weightlifting day, and I think I'm just gonna do like compound weightlifting movements those days. And then Saturday and Sunday are my rest days. But I worked out 9 days in a row, and I went to Pilates today. Genuinely, it was the hardest Pilates class I have ever had in my entire life. And I know a lot of people were talking about, like on TikTok, like, oh, Club Pilates is not real Pilates. Like, it's not hard. It's too easy. Incorrect. I went to the balance class today. It was genuinely the hardest workout I've ever done in my entire life. It bested Orange Theory, F45, actual races that I've done. Like, it was the hardest thing ever, but I love it so much and it's been so fun, and I love like the socks and the cute little outfits and everything else. So Pilates is definitely going to be like a really major component of my workout split throughout the week, in addition to Orange Theory, in addition to weightlifting. And then of course I have to sign up for my Disney World half marathon on the 20th, so I'm gonna have to start half marathon training, and I'm gonna hope a week from that. So I think we're just gonna take a rest day because it has been 9 days in a row. But thank y'all so much for spending the week with me. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. I love you.